from age 60 upwards, movement is no longer optional. It is survival. And I will explain in this video. I titled this video, After 60, Your Habits Decides Who Carries You. You have a choice in this matter on who carries you. And I do not say this to mock at anybody's situation. It's just to explain the video I want to make. Yoruba people have a proverb, they say, "Ara ẹni ni ilé ẹni," that your body is your house. If your body is your house, then you are duty bound. It's your duty to take care of your house. You know what it looks like when a house is dirty, a house is not, kept, properly, the lawns are not mowed inside, outside, everywhere somehow. Yeah? Your body is your house. Araini, nileeni. What that means in the deeper dimension of it is that when you see a house neglected, what happens inside? You see dust everywhere, the walls begin to crack, the panes begin to peel. After some time, you see the roof begin to cave in. That is a sign of neglect. And if that house is abandoned like that, it will eventually cave in and collapse. What happens to the house of your body when there is no activity, when there's no movement? It's the same thing like this. Sometimes when certain things happen to people at an older age, maybe in their 80s, 90s, it is not because of maybe just an error or a mistake of life or something. Sometimes it's a compounding of some kinds of habits that the receipts are now being demanded for at a later age. You may not control how long you live, but you can influence how well you live. Medical science can support you, tablets, injections, creams, and all manner of things. Medical science can help you get a long life. Drugs and all manner of things, so to say, if you don't mind my language. But none of it can replace the value that good habits, daily living brings to the table. You see, bad habits, somebody can have long life but not have a sweet life. Somebody can have long life and have a painful life. Somebody can have all the money but is not really enjoying his life because he's not enjoying maybe the health side of his life. I've seen situations whereby, I'm sure you have seen this, somebody is called to the table to give an important message or something as a act of respect or something. It takes forever to get there. This is not mockery. I'm just giving you an explanation of such as I've seen in life. You see that every movement is pain. Sometimes you see somebody walking on the road, the movement, you can see that person is in pain. I even commend him for trying because every step is a pain. Sometimes it's a compounding of a life that somebody have lived before. I say it again. This is not to mock at anybody. I'm just explaining what you can do to help you get better. You see some people, they cannot keep up with their grandchildren. These children are running up and down, and it's a bit of it is an exciting time, but it's also like, so if you want to have the value that, enjoy long life, peaceful life, and good health, and all the rest, please watch this video to the end. I am not a doctor. I'm not saying every time I'm about to say, I've now become an expert. It's just an advice that put more movement into your life. It is your survival. Try to be active. Don't be sitting on the porch by 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. Maybe your daughter leaves for work, and then she comes back maybe late in the evening by 6 p.m. Exactly where you are at 6 a.m. is where she finds you. She can see that the biscuits or whatever it is, I don't know what it is. Please don't, I'm not a health expert. The food that was given to you, you ate them at that spot. The plates are still there. You have not removed it. And the person has slept or snored off and all the rest and all the rest. And it begins to make the child get concerned. I'm here to help you, to suggest to you. I'm not a medical expert, I repeat. Movement, action, activity will help you a lot to avoid a situation where your loved ones are now getting concerned that if this continues like this, there's going to be a problem. I know, like I said, one of my videos of an old man at 90 something, he still rides his bicycle, he still climbs trees. I didn't say you should do that. That was what that man was doing. I'm sure that man has gone to be with the Lord. There's another 80-year-old that comes around us here in our church here, and I always allow him to speak. When he speaks, he walks smartly. 83 or 84, so walks smartly, and he delivers his speeches standing without requiring a cane or anything. I am not saying everybody's case is like that, but this is the case of this man. If I offer him a say while he's speaking, he say, no, it's all right. And he gives his, why? I discovered later from the children, he has a farm. He goes to a farm. Yes, he has hired workers who work with him in the farm, but he also is in the farm working with them. When you put much activity into your life, now you do what you need to do, of course, which is what he's doing. It's not that he does everything. You do what you need to do, but bottom line is action, activity, movement. Your body is your house. Take care of it. When you place demands on it, it will deliver. When you stop placing demands on it, it will have nothing to deliver to you. So you see, if you want long life, at least try the long. With drugs and all the, life expectancy maybe in the Western world is a bit higher now. If you want that, then you have a part to play. Drugs have their role. Medical science has their role. What you do, the habit have its own role too. One of the things you may need to do when we say activity, I know I will talk about walking. I talk about walking a lot, but I will not go into walking yet. Let's talk about what do you do when you wake up. When you wake up in the morning, the normal activity of most modern people is you wake up, you check your phone, after checking your phone, you sit down in front of your TV, you catch up with the news where you are taking tea or coffee, cereal or biscuit or whatever it is. I'm not talking of health now. I'm just talking of maybe some of the things that people do. So while you are busy catching up the news, watching the TV, when the news is over, you flip to another channel. Before you know it, you are there channel surfing, sleeping and waking, channel surfing, taking whatever or eating whatever you need to do. That is a sedentary lifestyle that may not be helpful. In our villages back in the days, because now most of, at least I'm living in an urban center, I don't have the option, but I have other things I do to keep myself going. Movement precedes eating. It's different from the modern man's life where eating precedes movement. Movement precedes eating in the sense of for you to get something to eat, you have to go to the farm. You walk a distance to the farm. You walk a distance to take your bath. Your shower is not just next door. Even if it is next door, you have to actually move from your house to the next nearby distance to bathe. And if it's the type where people bathe in the stream, you have to go that distance to the stream. If you're an old person who live alone, yes, young people may help you fetch water, but there are times you have to go yourself to the stream, either take your bath there or even fetch the water and bring it, or somebody brings it in for you. But you see that there is just activity around you that you are personally involved in. As a farmer, you have to get to the farm first to see if it's fruits, which fruits have dropped that you can pick before either animals come and eat them or something. You understand? If you are a hunter, you have to check your traps to see whether an animal has been caught in the trap. If you are a fisherman, you have to go and check your nets in the morning. If you are maybe like a power trapper, you have to go check whether the calabash you hung up yesterday is food and all the rest. So there is a lot of activity before. But the world we are in now, eating. It comes first. It comes where you're just lying down on the couch, just watching and most of the time, the kind of news you may hear is the kind of things that offend you, and you find yourself saying, the world is so upside down, the world is no longer balanced. Back in the day, things were not like this. It can make you start your day angry, bitter, feeling everything is this or that, and then when the economy begins to nosedive, you know that you are operating maybe like you are operating on a pension. They pay you a particular month. You discover that every year the value of what your cash can buy drops. So when you hear that gas prices are up, inflation is up, and all the rest, it hits you in a different way. So you discover that there are so many things that can make, yes, you have a long life, but is it a happy life? Is it a long life with suffering? If you want to have a long life with suffering, then there are habits you need to check. Sedentary lifestyle will not help you at all. Let action, activity, movement. You wake up in the morning, stretch your legs, stretch your hands, light exercises, bend, get up, and all the rest. You have some weights you can pick. You pick up some weights. I have weights. I cannot show you to you here right now. I have weights that I pick. Sometimes I carry the weights and climb the stairs up and down, up and down. When I'm tired, I leave it. It's not that I do it. I must do 20 reps. I must do. I do. Anywhere I get to, I feel that I can't cope with it. I drop it. So just get action, activity into your lifestyle. Don't make yourself the concern of your children, because when they call you, you are sitting exactly where they left you in the morning, or maybe they send somebody to the house to pick something. He said, "Where is Papa?" He said, "He's sitting on his usual chair." You mean that place he is when I left, is that place he still is? He say, "Yes." Maybe you get up to ease yourself one or two things. No. Don't be a push and start. I don't, if you have watched my several videos, you understand what I mean by that. Don't be the type where somebody has to urge you, "Mama, get up, move now. Papa, get up, walk now. Just move around." Don't be like that. Don't be like what my granddaughter superstar used to do to me. "Hey, granddad, get up, let's dance. You are too serious. You are too this thing. Get up, granddad, get up and let's dance. Yes, dance." Then she brings one song. "Oh yeah, 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 let's dance." You drag me out of my seat. That is even me that I think I have some activity going, and so try to avoid the sedentary lifestyle. It may not help you. Take care of this, your house, which is your body. It will take care of it. Place demands on it. It will deliver. When you stop placing demands on it, it has nothing to deliver to you. Through neglect, the house begins to decay. Through neglect, it begins to decay. But when you begin to move, a lot of things will begin to happen. When you move your muscles, stretch your muscles, bend over, stand up, whatever light exercise you can do. It may not necessarily be a gym, something. If you can go to a gym, great. If you can pay for a gym instructor to come to your house, fine. But don't ever rush to go and buy a gym equipment and then you fill the whole house with gadgets and you never get on it. So try as much as possible to do whatever works for you. All I am saying is get activity going on. Make sure you make it a personal law if your health permits. Action first before food, because this is the secret of how our African fathers in the days of old lived long. The problem of sitting too long in a spot or not moving enough is three. Number one, your muscle weakens, your joints stiffen, and your balance decline. Look, when you hear somebody fail, there are many reasons. Some of them could have been avoided, because falling is also a sign of some balance issues sometimes, not all the times. A fall is not always the best. It's very dangerous. A fall can lead to a total change in somebody's life. It can lead to waist broken bones, something just, So avoid anything, and it starts by toning up your muscle by activity, action, movement. I cannot but continue to repeat this thing over and over. When you don't place demand on those muscles, they begin to weaken. My father-in-law is about, if I can remember well, maybe 82 or 83. He climbs the staircase once. Cha, 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 cha. The same staircase I've seen some young people climb, get halfway, stop, climb, get halfway, stop. This man just goes tap, 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 up, tap, 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 down. And I also actually, the staircase in my house is not far from where I'm sitting down right now. I use it for exercise. I carry my little weights. I carry them up, bang, 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 holding it up, down, bang, bang, down, up, down, then I go sit down. Your balance declines when you don't use your muscles. And many falls don't just end up as a bruise. It can become a thing. You have to go to the hospital, do an operation, expenses again, out of the expenses. That, you understand what I'm saying? Even if your children are the ones paying, you don't want to be the one who, let me say it. This wisdom I'm sharing with you, like how people say, wisdom is strength. When you apply it in you, wisdom is strength. Laws of mobility often begins quietly. It doesn't just start all of a sudden. It compounds. And when laws of mobility compounds, it's most likely a problem. This is what I mean. You are supposed to go for a walk. You end up saying, I will go tomorrow. Look, sometimes it happens to me, even here too. I want to go for a walk, and then the rain starts. And then shortly after, almost this thing, the rain stops. What happens? Everywhere is wet. And now I didn't say ignore wetness. For me, I would say today I must do the walking. And I go out and do the walking and come back. So it starts slowly. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I will walk tomorrow. I will exercise tomorrow. Let me sit a little longer. Let me just quickly check this channel. Let me just quickly watch Pastor Pastor Ovyay. Okay, oh, Lifetime Music is on. Let me just watch it. I didn't say don't watch my video. You watch this one, then let me watch another one. Oh, this man, what he's saying is good for older people. Let me watch another one again. I need to send this to my other old friend down the road. He needs to be watching this brother's video. Please send my video to him. Binge watch my video if you want. But try to exercise. And by the way, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and of course, share it to the other brother down the road. Share it to your aunt if you're a younger person, or your mama, your papa, that there is this man. You see that thing I've been telling you, that don't be a push and start, be a kick and go. That means you just start, vroom, 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 and you're on your way, not because of less activity. Look, let me tell you what your body is human body. It will tell you, you are tired today. Try and rest. That is how laziness starts. Before you know it, you are just there. I know now, you can't be like that now. Let your children know you as action mama. Mama is always active. You see, sometimes it is good to be able to send the younger ones on errand. But sometimes it's also good. If it's just a cup of water down there, go pick it by yourself. You don't have to call somebody all the way from the upstairs to come downstairs to get you a cup of water that you can be looking at like that. No, now. Yes, it's good people get things done for you. Try to do things yourself. Try to carry your bags yourself. Even if it's a bag of groceries, if you have people to help you, I'm not saying don't allow people to help you, but try, because if you're not careful, the older you get, the more people want to help you to get this done, that done, which is good, but you discover that, okay, what are you exactly are you there for? Look, I'm not a medical man, no. Take this with a pinch of salt. One of the reasons why people can get easily depressed is sitting for too long. When you sit for too long, this sedentary lifestyle, you begin to think. When you begin to think, after some time, your thinking begins to wander. And after some time, as your thinking wanders around, it may get hooked on. So this is me. So this is me. My phone does not ring. Nobody calls me. Nobody talks to me. People have forgotten about me. Nobody is helping me. If you're active doing something else, you may take it a long time for you to even realize that, oh, you people called? No, now I was in the gym. No, now I was in the kitchen. I was making lunch. I was making dinner. No, I was outside. I was gardening. I was outside. I went for a walk. I didn't want to carry the phone with me and all the rest. But when you sit, you start thinking. Thinking the wrong thing may lead to depression. And sometimes when you get into depression, it may be more difficult to come out of it. So you need to consider this thing. Activity is important. And what I notice about it, anytime I do maybe more exercises, I discover that I think a little bit more clearly. I reason more clearly. I don't get more tired easier. So your refusal to exercise yourself, you are just like doing something that you may have to pay for tomorrow. I wrote here, small decisions compound. The man who rests too much today may need others to carry him tomorrow. Not because age came suddenly, but because he cooperated with it. Be careful. Don't let the old man in early. People say every leaf will still touch the ground. It's true. What that means is that eventually the leaf you are seeing at the top will still fall to the ground. But the leaf will touch the ground in its own season. Don't touch the ground before your season reaches. There is a time for everything. I hope you understand the way I put the proverb. Action, movement helps you keep your independence so that you don't need maybe your children or somebody, or caregiver or somebody, not in a bad, malicious way, telling you, oh yeah, this, oh yeah, that. Be active so that wherever they are, their mind will be at our address that mama, by this time she's in her garden. Mama, by this time, mama is on her usual work. Mama, by this time, mama is in so and so class teaching the younger ones. Mama, at this time is at where she's doing her volunteer work. That gives them rest of mind and all the rest. But when they come and they are seeing you like this, you did not call me since. How now? You know, sometimes when you go to some shopping malls, the elevator is always there, but the staircase is always there. Sometimes they deliberately choose the staircase as an older person. Of course, if your health does not permit some things, I'm not saying force yourself, but when you at this age choose the elevator, the staircase instead of the elevator, you are helping yourself. Why? Because it's an opportunity for some of the muscles that you may not have been using in your daily activities for you to bring them into play. Anything I'm saying, please do what your medical doctor says. So I'm just giving you an advice. The more that you move, the more your body remembers. That's why our people say an old woman never forgets her favorite dance. You know why? She dances it all the time. So when you do these things all the time, your muscles will remember, your balance will be okay, your joints will not stiffen, and your memory this thing will also begin to sharpen up. Why? Because activity is on, your blood is flowing, stuff is good. Mama, this is the way you should live. Papa, that's the way it should be. When your body tells you, I am tired, tell him I'm the one who lives here. This is what we are going to do. There are sometimes you can even make your movement interesting. That is, if you don't have a garden, you don't have, let us say you live in an urban center, like I live in a suburban area. What I normally do sometimes, I know when I will go out and I will be greeting people left, right, and center. It also helps me. Why? Because engaging people will also help steer your, why? There are certain times when I take a walk, I will, hey, Pastor, good afternoon. Papa, good afternoon. Hey, Daddy, Pastor, how are you, sir? Hey, fine, sir. And I'll be greeting everybody like local government chairman. But it makes don't I know you? Will say, hey, you know me that time now. That time you came to our church to preach. Oh. You are, how old were you then? I was 12 then. Oh, yes, yeah. I remember your name is Jessica. Jessica, how are you? You look so big now. You begin to remember faces. You talk to people. You are engaging. But when you sit down in your house, in hibernation, after some time, you may start having memory losses. You may start looking for your sunglasses. Your glasses that is right there on your chest or your head, that is even in your hand. You are looking for your key and it is in your hand. Why? Because you see, sometimes when you engage with people, which is part of what will help your evening time of life, when you engage with people, you will not be angry that your children have not called, because you have so many people you are in touch with, you are talking to, you are volunteering to talk to, you meet them on your walk. So if I want her to do that, I take a walk when I know that maybe people are coming from work. I begin to greet left, right, and center between where I normally go and where I come back. I've talked to a lot of people. Okay, sometimes some people will not stop you. Sir, I wanted to see you. And those are the ones I don't want, because you want me to do counseling while standing on the road, and my mind is not in counseling. But you see, it comes with the territory. So you need to find out what works for you. See, I wrote here, a person is a proverb. A person is a person through other people. It is when you do this contact of sport of talking to other people, it helps you. Get up, go outside, walk among the living. Isolation and inactivity are twins. They age you faster than your birth certificate. Think about what I just said. Of course, I will mention food, because you cannot talk about age above 60 without mentioning food. I am not a medical expert. I am not a dietitian, or what do they call it? So I cannot recommend food, especially because I'm here in Nigeria. I don't know what's available at your end. But let me give you one advice on eating. Try to eat natural things. You see, if you look at, like now as an African, if you look at this, our environment, in an African environment, every like fruit now and every other kind of fruit has its own season. There is a season yam will come. There is a season pineapple will come. There is a season mangoes will come. There is a season that this cherry agbalumo will come. There is a season where oranges will come. Check. Oranges most likely will come when the dust begin to increase. There is a way nature created all the food we have around us, such that my advice is eat the food that is in season in your area. It is because God that created nature created it in such a way that certain things at a particular time that your body needs it, that is when those pawpaw will come, watermelon will come. I know maybe I cannot say about the Western world where you will have a way of preserving something for a very long time. If you can take the one that is natural direct, not the one that have stayed. Maybe they have used some chemical to keep it to stay and the way it is. So in an African environment, it's very easy to tell, eat what is in season. And when you eat what is in season, it will synchronize with what your body needs at that particular time. Avoid junk food. Avoid all these frozen something. I'm not an medical expert. I cannot really say much about this thing. Then, of course, the older you get, be careful with too much sugar, too much salt, too much this. Okay, let me not talk about what I do not know. I'm only saying, bottom line, eat what is in season in your area. Because your body may be forgiving when you eat some things at a younger age. As you get older, 60 and above, you have to pay the tax for all those things that you are doing. So to avoid paying some needless taxes, try to regulate and adjust what you eat. All this canned junk food, this food, that food, greasy, oily, and all the rest. Then watch the time you eat. Somebody said, I don't know. I cannot confirm, but you can tell me in the comment section if it is true. Somebody said this eating 3 times a day was one, whether Rockefeller or somebody who attempted to sell cereal. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think I had something like that. That's why 3 times a day eating come into play. For African, if I look at our fathers, the way we lived in the earlier days is that you eat like twice a day, because in the morning you really have to get to the farm. You get working in the farm till about maybe like 12 noon when the sun is now high. Then you settle down under the tree. That's when you eat your first meal for the day. Of course, you drink water. You will always drink water as you are working in the farm, checking the traps and stuff like that. But like the way the modern world is now, I really don't know. People eat 3 times a day. Some even snack in between. When you get older, you better be careful. Allow your bowels to rest. Allow your internal organs to rest. When sleep is on the horizon, go and sleep. Once your body tells you sleep, and the sleep begins to come, don't go take another cup of coffee to say, no, I want to finish this soap opera. You can always watch it later. You can download it and keep it for watch later. No, I want to watch it now. As it hot. No, when your body signals sleep, it's telling you something. Go and sleep. Especially, and when you sleep, it gives your body time to do the mechanic workshop thing it's supposed to do, tune some things and stuff like that. And one good thing about exercising, walking, maybe lifting weights, if you can, and all other activities, is the more of it you do, the easier it is to fall asleep, because when you now really get tired, you actually need to sleep. It's not you lying down there forcing yourself. It's tough to force yourself for some people to sleep if you have not done anything. Your body is not really tired like that. So you see, God is helping somebody. I close with this. Make it your daily motto. And what is the motto? Keep moving. From after 60, that is your daily motto. Keep moving. Move when you feel it like it. Move when you don't feel like it. Move a little, but move. Not because someone is watching you. Not because you want anybody to applaud you. Not because you have anybody to impress. You did not build this body in a day. You will not restore it also in a day. Start where you are. Start with what you have. Start today. Start moving. Because the best time to build the habit of movement was 20 years ago. The next best time is now. Choose wisely. And I'll see you in the next video. So let me have your comments, your experiences. And like I said, share this video to all our age mates, 60 and above. Tell him that pastor, it's making sense. It's making sense. Share it with your fathers and mothers and more. And make sure you comment. God bless you. Subscribe to, don't forget. I'll see you in the next video.